So the votes are in. You want to see this old beast get a resto-mod. And I think the best way to accomplish that is going to be a sacrificial a donor truck. And I found the perfect candidate 3.5 hours away in New Hampshire. But we're going to have to get this thing off the trailer. That's not going to be easy. This tire is absolutely mangled. We're missing a drive shaft. You saw how well it ran last video. And I have no idea if the transmission works. So we're gonna try to drive it off. And that's gonna start trying to get this back tire off, because this is one of the good ones, and I wanna move that up front. Look, Ma, I got a breaker bar. Oh yeah, that one let go good. Oh, those were not on as hard as I thought they were gonna be. Well, shit, I'm gonna make this a little easier. Oh no, uh-oh. Fail. Let's see if some elevation will help. Oh, there we go. Holy crap, this thing is heavy. I'm used to them little dart wheels. My spare, which isn't looking great, but it's holding air. It's still on the mount that mounts it to the side of the bed, so I gotta get that off. Oh, that's not good. Hey, look, there's another bolt back here. There she goes. Finally. Now, also, this guy, no turny-turny, so I'm wondering if I can't break it loose while I got the wheels off. So I'm gonna start with lubing these flat tip screws that hold the drum in place. Then, I'm gonna beat the shit out of this drum with this hammer. And finally, I'm gonna use my pry bar to try to get it to turn. Since that didn't work, now we're gonna take out the screws that hold the drum in place. Maybe. Okay, I need a bigger screwdriver. La-di-da-di-da. Put a little more leverage. Oh, nope, that's actually twisting the head on the screwdriver. Good job, Husky. It's time for fire. Now let's see how this works. Oh, we're also trying an old school Craftsman screwdriver since the Husky bent on us. Yeah, that one bent too. Oh well, normally I wouldn't do this, but I'm gonna see if I can't shoot some lube back up and see if I can't get it on the shoes and break them loose. Not in the face. Oh, there we go. That's coming right out the bottom. Now the more banging. Get this guy in here. Yeah. The breaker bar, much better. Leverage. Oh, was that movement? No, that was not movement. Let us try more heat. All right, so not working, and I don't have the things to make it work right now because I need a bigger screwdriver. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this tire on and move on to the front. Ready, set, fat kid. Jesus, this thing's heavy. That'll do. I'm gonna be lazy. Okay, that was a little too lazy. There we go. Get all my lug nuts here started. Ooh, gotta go back up. Yeah, it is what it is. All right, on the front, let's see what we can do here. Ready? Come on. Oh, wait a minute. Ooh, yes. Gotta show you this. For one, the wheel's free. I didn't think it was. And two, when I move this back and forth, the drive shaft moves. That means the four-wheel drive's engaged, which means that might not be a problem at all. Now I really want to get this tire changed. Oh, come on. Even says right hand thread on them. I know I'm going the right way. Now these things, they're on there good. So I'm gonna have to go back and forth between heat and lube and heat and lube and maybe a little percussion. Oh, don't do that. It ain't broken, but it's loose. All right, that sucked, but it's about to get a whole lot easier. Just like the back, you gotta get it up a little higher so we can get this bad boy out of here. Holy crap. All the mud and the rust, the spider nests. That bad boy was just wrong. Here's to hoping this bad boy's got enough life in it left to do the job. Ooh. 1, 2, 3. Okay, well, I gotta go up some more. That ought to do. Yes, sir. Okay, so almost. Come up just a touch. And on she goes. Ooh, those are still a little toasty. Yeah, that one's really toasty. Tires are swapped around. I think we got a far better chance of getting this thing to roll off under its own power. Okay, this guy is definitely flat and quite a bit chewy. That's actually the one we popped. Stop. Oh, shit. But I'm optimistic this will work. Now I gotta address how this thing was running. So to do that, we gotta address the lack of compression in cylinders 3 and 4. And to do that, we gotta pop the head. But just soak the whole thing. This is what I did with the Magnum. It worked. And we'll just let those marinate for a bit while we go get some tools. See if I can't get some of this peripheral stuff out. Like what you can't see right now, them pulling the ground strap. Next I'm working on the thermostat housing here. I still don't think you can see it. Come on. You can do it. Come on, there we go. There's one side. Sweet. Hello. Come on. Oh, there we go. It's a little rusty on the inside, but it'll be fine. So after getting off the plug wire loom, the oil filter canister, the oil pressure gauge connection, and the heater hose, time to bust out the old breaker bar, see if I can't get this head off. Oh, yeah, that one just let go nice and easy. Yep. This is way easier with a breaker bar. There's a lot of these things, 21 to be exact, so be back when they're out. Now that all 21 of those bolts are loosened up, yes I am. Oops. All right, we can go find out when I dropped. So I laid the bolts out in the exact same pattern that they came out of the head. So that way I know where they go when it's time to put them back. And without further ado, turn and come on, clear and out. Just a little more. Let go. Turn. Aha. Maybe. Need to be really careful not to break the valves. This thing is not light. There we are. That's pretty goopy. Oh, shit. Don't drop it. I mean, carbon and rust aside, doesn't look too horrible in there. And since I'm lazy and don't want to turn this thing over by hand, I'm gonna go ahead and throw the battery in so we can... You see how both of these are up? This one's not supposed to be. All right, so I'm gonna shoot some lube down the shaft ever so gently. Tap it down with a body hammer. Oh, there we go. Now we roll it over again. And we tap it down again. And I'm gonna continue to repeat this process until I get this. I'll go ahead and clean off the top of this real quick, slap that head back on, and seeing as how I'm a torque spec kind of guy, we're gonna go ahead and torque these down to 30, then to 50, finally to 70 foot-pounds. So I put my peripherals back on, change out the spark plugs quick. Then we're gonna try to fire this thing up again. Old plug's coming out. Get number one as close to top dead center as we can. There we go. Our new plugs are gapped to 30 thousandths and installed. Torque these to 30 foot-pounds. There we go. No, not now. My battery's dying. You're getting ready to start. So it's 2 days later. I just got off work and I've still got to get this thing off the trailer. Now I was waiting for the battery to charge, so went ahead and pulled the trailer forward, so I got the truck a place to park. Went ahead and rigged up a temporary fuel source and dropped my 12-volt battery in here, which I'm pretty sure is dead now. Because I left everything hooked up. Oh, I was wrong. So all that's left now, see if we can't get this thing started. Little fuel, okay, a lot of fuel, and go. I'm wondering if maybe I didn't lose spark. The coil wire absolutely came out of the distributor cap. Take two. All right, I have to check the coil. I did leave everything wired last night, or 2 days ago, like an idiot. Probably smoked the coil. You know, 6-volt coil, 12-volt battery. Village idiot things. But I've got a 12-volt coil, and I didn't even have to steal this out of the dart. We didn't need that anyway. Woo! Yeah. It's got a fucking spark. Oh, that fucker got me. Let's try this with a 12-volt coil. What do you think about that? I mean, aside from the rod knock, it doesn't sound bad. So I'm gonna have to adjust my idle screw a little bit to get this thing to hold without me holding it. Are you kidding me? Battery no more worky. So I'm gonna let this charge for a little bit, and you heard it. It was running. We'll get this. All that battery's charging. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can't get this boat tank moved into the cab. Ooh, yeah, that's gonna work nice. And go ahead and run this right up over here. Probably something I shouldn't tie together, but it'll be fine because there's no power running to anything. We'll go ahead and plop that bastard. Oh, come on. Close the glove box. We'll put it right there. Look, it was made to go there. There's a mount. Now, this battery's been on the charger for a little bit, so we're gonna give this another shot. Okay, I've lost spark. Don't know why. My problem appears to be the points in this distributor. They're no longer opening and closing like they should when the engine turns over. So I'm gonna throw the battery back on the most expensive battery charger ever while I try and get this thing sorted out. These points, they're pretty much junk. I got them adjusted as far in as I can, and I'm just barely getting it to open up, but should be enough to get started. We'll see. Battery's charged. I know I got spark because I checked. Temporary fuel's run. See if I can get this thing to start. Hell yeah! Oh. Now what? Lost spark again. I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do now. Might be a little bit of altering the points so they're a little more adjustable. We'll see. I'm gonna figure this out in a minute. with some vigorous adjustment of the points. A fresh battery, not a fresh battery, a little more charge on our battery. And we have spark. All right, I have no idea what's going on now. It sounded good for a minute. Since I don't have a key, this is gonna be how I kill the ignition when I try to drive it. I'm just gonna tie this on here, and then when I pull, it'll kill the ignition. Sure will. So the idea is to start it up, jam it in reverse, and see if it'll move. Oh, the transmission and the clutch work. I just need this to run better so it'll move. There's got to be a vacuum leak in there somewhere. Yeah, I have no idea what this tube is, but it runs straight down into the intake. That means it's a vacuum leak. We're gonna plug it. Let's see if that helps. No! We've lost spark again, and I'm sure it's those points. So I'm gonna have to get a new set, and then we'll go from there. I know it runs when the spark works. I know the transmission works, and I know it'll move under its own power. Now I just gotta get it running solid. This is day 3 of trying to get this thing off the trailer, and hopefully third time's a charm. Pretty much converted this system fully over to 12 volts with 12 volt battery, 12 volt coil, a ballast resistor, and a brand new set of points. And these new points, which I got from O'Reilly, seem to be much better quality. They're way more adjustable. I was actually able to set the point gap to 0.020 like it's supposed to be. Go away, B. My fuel's set up. So let's see if we can go ahead and get this thing running a little more smoothly than it was last time. Oh yeah, can't forget my kill switch. All right, here goes nothing. Almost. Hell yeah. Much better. I'm actually gonna have to turn the idle down. Here we go. Looks like my back tires are gonna need a little bit of help getting off. I also need to let this thing cool off because it ain't got no cooling and I'm not trying to burn it up completely. So my idea is to get this bad boy up off the ground, throw down some plywood, and then chuck some wheel dollies under here. Will this work? Who knows? Probably not, knowing my luck, but it's worth a shot. One thing it will do is let me get this centered up a little more and off this rail, which it was stuck on backing out. Not horrible. Let's go ahead and get these out of the way. That seemed to do the trick, but we're obviously stuck again because, yeah, that side doesn't roll. I think if that side were to roll, we'd be doing a whole lot better. Same thing. Gonna get the butt end up in the air. And since this is the only guy that's not rolling, go ahead and throw down the plywood and our tire dolly, stay, and see how it goes. See if I can't get this done all in one shot. Throw down another chunk of plywood. Here we go. Por favor. Hell yes. Off the trailer, under its own power. Was a little bit of a struggle, but I knew we could do it. Now, we just gotta go get that donor I was talking about. But that's gonna be Sunday. 7-hour round trip. Yay. Well, it's the butt crack of dawn on Sunday. I'm off to New Hampshire. So ever since 77% of you guys voted to go ahead and resto-mod this Power Wagon, I've been doing a lot of research on exactly what it's gonna take, and I think I have found the perfect candidate. And we're on our way to get it right now. Definitely glad the GPS took me on the back roads, because this drive is absolutely gorgeous. Pull off the main road and we're almost there. Are you excited? I am. Oh yeah, there she is, baby. That is a 2004 Dodge Ram 2500. And if you're asking yourself right now, has that thing got a Hemi? Why, yes. Yes, it does. There's a lot of reasons why this truck is the perfect parts truck for our resto-mod. And that starts back here with this beefy AAM 10 1/4 inch axle. There's a 9 1/4 AAM straight axle up front as well. And in keeping with the heritage of my Power Wagon, she's a stick. And of course, that 5.7 liter Hemi. I'm gonna get this thing loaded up on the trailer and we gotta get it home. All right, she's all loaded up, ready to go home. You know, the more I think about it, there's a whole lot more that I can use off of this truck. Since it's complete, I've got all the things. I've got power steering. Those axles already have disc brakes on all 4 wheels. Could probably make the brake booster work. And seeing as how our fuel tank's got a gigantic hole in it, we can probably figure out how to mount the fuel tank from that thing in there. So that'll give us, you know, electric fuel pump. And then I don't have to mess with the EFI. I can use the ECU to control the engine. I think I'll actually get more out of this truck than I initially thought I would. It does need work. I mean, it was a plow truck, so there's lots of rust under there. But with all the parts I want off of it, it shouldn't matter. What do you think? What would you use off this truck? Let me know down in the comments. Back in Maine. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this drive. I'll see you at the house. Well, there you have it. The donor truck's home. If you want to see how we got this guy home, check out that video right there. Is that American Eagle? Is that an eagle? Fucking America! Sorry. What was I saying? Got distracted.